Yeah, my name is Carsten Brinkschuld. I'm co-founder and CEO of Dryad Networks. We're an impact for profit, and we're focusing on ultra-early detection of wildfires. We've chosen wildfires as the main area of activity because they have so much impact potential. Wildfires are causing 6 to 8 billion tons of CO2 emissions each year, about 20% of the global CO2 emissions, about the same amount that the entire traffic puts into the air. And humans are about 80% responsible for those wildfires. There's also a huge loss of biodiversity with more than 3 billion animals losing their life. And fortunately, you can say there is also a financial damage, which is huge at about 140 billion. Fortunately, I'm saying ironically, because that enables us to create a profitable business model for technology addressing wildfires. Now, of course, we're not the only company doing wildfire detection. There are satellites, cameras in the air looking down at wildfires, but these take several hours for detecting wildfires. We focused on what we call ultra early detection. Within the first 60 minutes after someone throws a cigarette, we want to ring the alarm bells and direct the firefighters. We've done this using an end-to-end solution of hardware and software that we've developed. So we've got solar-powered gas sensors that we place into the forest that use built-in AI in the sensors to detect wildfires reliably. We're building a communications infrastructure, solar-powered again, based on LoRaWAN, which we place into the forest that enables the sensors to communicate even in the remotest areas. We're building a mesh network infrastructure into the forest because we cannot rely on 4G or other network infrastructure being present. So we're building a telecommunications IoT network in areas which is completely unconnected, enabling our sensors and third-party sensors to communicate. Our focus on the business model is to sell to private forestry, municipalities, as well as utilities, which are often causing wildfires with overland power lines when vegetation grows into them. We're also partnering with insurance companies because they're being hit with about $10 billion of insurance losses due to wildfires each year. We've worked for 2 years on the product. We're just starting to introduce it. We're targeting about 700,000 euros revenue this year. We're about 20 people right now, 7 co-founders. We've raised 5 million euros so far, and we're doing a Series A right now. Now, we're an impact for profit. So not only do we want to be profitable, but we also want to have a clear impact. With our 30 million sensors that we project to deploy by 2030, we will prevent about 1.4 million hectares of forest from burning. And with this, we project to save about 600 million tons of CO2 emissions and 85 million animals from perishing in those fires. Thank you. And that's Dryad.
Thank you, Carsten. Great startup and activity that you're working on. Any questions from the audience to Carsten? How many sensors do you need per hectare in a forest about this?
Yeah, that's a good question. About one sensor can do about 5 hectares. So 0.2 sensors per hectare.
And Carsten, how much is that for, what's the price per hectare?
Yeah, a sensor is about 48 euro, so it's really low cost. It translates at about 15 euro per hectare. And we've got an annual subscription fee of 15% of the original hardware.
Who are your buyers as you grow? But you are selling this to?
We're selling this to private forestry, to municipalities that need to protect the wildland-urban interface and the damages that wildfires are causing, as well as utilities, in particular electricity companies, which are causing wildfires with their overland power lines.